So you want the perfect pavlova, but if you're anything like me, you might get something store-bought or in a box. But today we're going to be joined by Ismat, and she's going to take us through all the steps to get a perfect pav.
So the shape, stainless steel glass bowls, dry with vinegar, wipe it down, make sure they're room temperature eggs, separate the eggs really well, and fine caster sugar. And once you have the shape in mind, you can use a plate on greaseproof paper, upside down, and make a stencil for yourself, and then turn that paper upside down onto a baking tray, because then you have a guide to follow once your meringue is ready. Now we want to separate our eggs. You will have a lot of washing up because you want to make sure you separate them in 2 bowls, because if any of the egg yolk gets into the egg white, you just need to start again. I personally like to crack the egg and then cradle the yolk out and then pop it into another bowl. Now you've got your clean, beautiful egg whites, and that's going to go in your stainless steel bowl. So now we can start whisking up the egg whites. You want to get them a bit foamy, so where the bubbles are still quite large before we start adding in the sugar. I think making sure that you have a few whisks in between each tablespoon will be great to just allow the sugar to properly dissolve and not like rush through putting the sugar in, because you really want to make sure that we're getting a glossy, voluptuous meringue. Grab a little bit of the mixture between your fingers and let's feel if that sugar has dissolved. At that dissolved stage, we're going to add in the corn flour and the vinegar. It gives the pavlova its signature crisp exterior and fluffy interior. Slowly start to put the meringue on the round, because in using a metal spoon and dolloping the meringue bit by bit, it slowly begins to shape. So we want to make sure that the height is 10 centimeters. You want it to be rather thick. So using a clean spoon, we're going to make ridges up the sides of the pavlova. It's going to provide a good structure for the pavlova, so as it bakes, it doesn't collapse. This is where patience is a virtue, because you're going to keep it in the oven for approximately 2 hours. Then you're going to turn off the oven and leave it there for several hours, even better overnight. And then now we can talk about toppings. So you pop in the 300 mLs of thickened cream. I like to add about 2 tablespoons of the fine caster sugar. You can also use icing sugar, but caster sugar works just fine too. And then 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And now you whisk it up. So you just want it to be that lovely dollop consistency. That is what you'll use to make some beautiful waves of cream on top of the pavlova. It's really all about your favorite flavors, what's in season, how you want it to look. And we've got the vanilla, whipped cream, some fresh fruit, and you're good. The last hot tip is to decorate your pavlova just before serving.